everybody, it's Ziz here, and today we're going to talk about the Ashes of Creation Apocalypse. Now, I'm not talking about the end of the game, but that's what they're calling the testing phases that we're in now. So they're kind of changing the naming scheme a little bit, so we're going to go over that and talk about what you can expect from the testing, when the real MMO testing is going to begin. They also gave us some new information about cosmetics, stuff that you can earn in the early testing phases, some Freehold stuff with your personal housing. So some real interesting stuff we got from the most recent live stream that I want to go over with you, because it was kind of confusing before. And so hopefully this is supposed to clear it up a little bit. We'll see if they can accomplish that. But what they're doing is they're taking these early phases of testing, which they used to call Alpha 1, Phase 1, Part 1, 2, and 3. They're taking all of that, which is the BR version that we're playing now, the Castle Sieges, and the Horde mode, which is going to be coming soon. They're taking all that and they're lumping it into what now are going to call the Ashes of Creation Apocalypse. And the reason they're calling it that has a lore background. The world of the game is called Vera, and a long time ago, the world was undergoing an apocalypse. And so all the people who lived there were fleeing the world. They were leaving, they were going through those portals and the gateways. But the people who were left behind, that's who we're playing in these early testing modes. So that's why in the BR version, you see this kind of gateway, but then we get spit out through this like tear. That's because we didn't get transported off the planet. Same with the Castle Siege, is the people who were left on the planet Vera during this apocalypse, they're fighting over these castles. And so same with the Horde mode, that's kind of the lore behind it, why they're calling it Apocalypse. But just remember, it's the very early phases of testing, right? So Alpha 1, Phase 1, Part 1, 2, and 3, the BR, the Castle, and the Horde mode, all that's lumped together now into the Ashes of Creation Apocalypse. Now the rest of the testing for the MMO is still going on. That originally was going to be called Alpha 1 Phase 2, but now I think they'll probably just call it Alpha 1 Phase 1, maybe still Phase 2. I'm not sure how they're going to tweak the name on that, but that's when the real MMO testing will begin. And they confirmed that they're trying to aim for the beginning, quarter 1, end of quarter 1, quarter 2 of next year. So that's going to be like March or April of 2019. We're going to get to start to test the actual MMO portion of the game, right? Leveling up to level 20, classes, abilities, dungeons, quests, things like that. They're still working on that. And that was the whole reason why they wanted to do this split and this kind of name change, was to help people understand that this BR testing phase, that's separate. That's just for testing. The MMO is still fully under development, right? That's where all the assets come from for the BR testing, and this other testing phases we're gonna have soon is from the MMO. So still testing that, still developing that, that's still coming. But right now, all that stuff we're testing, the BR mode and the Castle Sieges, that's transitioned over into Apocalypse. Now, if you're not interested in the BR mode and stuff, that's fine, because the MMO is still coming, but there is some reason why you may want to start playing and looking into it. And that's because they announced that they will be having rewards for people who are playing these testing modes. Rewards like cosmetics, housing, mounts, emotes, weapon skins. You're going to be able to earn those in these testing modes, remember? So that's the Castle mode, the Horde mode, and the BR mode we're in now. They haven't implemented it yet, but that's going to be coming soon. And the reason they're doing this is as a reward for people helping test the game. That's the whole point of all of this stuff that they're doing with this BR mode and Castle Sieges. They want to test the game so the MMO portion works better. And so as a reward for people who are helping do that, submitting bugs, spending time in the game, testing the login servers and crashes and all this stuff, as a reward for saying thank you to helping them do this, they're going to have these rewards, these cosmetics and things. And those will actually carry over into the MMO portion of the game. Now, if you don't play that stuff, don't worry, that's not going to set you back. It doesn't have any stats. It's not going to make you more powerful in the game at all. It's purely cosmetic, but it's really nice that they are not only giving us an interesting testing mode, fun stuff to play, but they're also going to reward us for helping make the game better, which helps everybody, right? We want the game to be as good as possible. So it's really nice that they're going to have these rewards implemented sometime soon. And I would expect to see those rolling out, because they said sometime in November, which is just like tomorrow, they want the BR, this testing phase, to be up 24/7. And that's when they're also going to unlock it for everybody. And so up until this point, it's just been the people with alpha, and then beta is going to be introduced soon. But sometime during November, they're going to let anybody who's registered on the website, plus it's going to be up 24/7. Now, you may be thinking, well, why did I pay for this alpha package if everybody gets in, right? Well, don't worry, we still get a sort of bonus for having these, right? We're going to have access to the MMO testing phases, right? When those roll out starting in March or April. But when these other new apocalypse phases come out, the castle sieges and the horde mode, we will have early access to that. We're going to be in, like a month before everybody else. So we get to play, we get a bug test, we get to, enjoy the game before those features roll out to everybody else. Now, eventually, the whole apocalypse development testing stuff, that will be available to everybody, but us alpha testers get in a little bit early, and we're going to have access to the real MMO testing when that rolls out. So also one other cool thing they mentioned is that the lobby, so right now in the BR version, when you're queuing up for a game, right, you're just standing there, you have your characters, and the background, there's like a castle and a portal and stuff. But what they want to do is they want to make that your freehold. If you don't remember, the freeholds are like the housing system that are going to be in the MMO, where you can customize it and have different buildings and stuff, and different pots and benches and tables and all this sort of stuff in your freehold. They're going to implement that in this early version as well, in the apocalypse. So when you're waiting on your character screen, waiting to log in, waiting for the queues for that stuff, instead of just this generic background, it'll be your freehold. And then when you invite people into your party, that background, they'll see that as well. So it'll be like you're inviting them into your freehold, and they can see, all your trophies and the cosmetics you've earned and stuff like that. So that's cool as well. Hopefully maybe they can add it where, like, if you've won BR matches and maybe you're top 10 or whatever, you can display that stuff there as well. That would be cool if they could do that. But the nice thing is they're not just wasting all this time making stuff for this apocalypse testing mode or the BR mode, right? This is all stuff that's going to be in and available for the MMO. So they're still working on that. They're fully developed, engaged in making the MMO itself. This is just to help us test the game, and they're giving us rewards for doing that, helping them make the game better. So hopefully that clarifies a little bit what they're doing, what this whole Ashes of Creation Apocalypse thing is. If you hear that name, that is just the name of the testing phases, which used to be Alpha 1, Phase 1, Part 1, 2, and 3. Those are all lumped into Apocalypse now. So if you're not interested in that, don't worry, the MMO is still coming, but hopefully that helps you out a little bit. If you want to see any more of my videos, please click there and check those out. Also, if you want to watch the live stream, go to twitch.tv/itziz, and you can check me out there as well. Thank you